hit GM for the first time, which was just,
I love that.
that was the original goal back when I first booked with you. Was this was my long term goal. So
Congrats.
that was very, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I kind of gave myself a little bit of a break after doing that, so I didn't play
Sure.
for a couple of days, and then when I came back, I was like, well, I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit. I'm gonna play some support and try to get that up. So
Okay.
I
Cool.
did that,
You
but
know,
I
if you
really
play
did want to
support like you play
review.
Cass, you're gonna hit Grandmaster and support as well. I hope you realize that.
That would be something. Right now, it's sitting in Diamond, and I'm like, well, now that I have Grandmaster on my profile, I can't have Diamond on my profile. Like, I've got to get that at least to Masters. Like, it's got to look
Yeah.
pretty.
Just lock
So
Kiri, lock Zen,
I've
lock
been
Ana, Bap, whatever, and just play them like Cass, man. I'm telling you, it'll work.
yeah, I have so much success with Zen, but I've recently I have a tendency to avoid new heroes a lot until like
Yeah.
many months after
Sure.
they are released. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know why, but for now I've been playing a lot of Wu Yang, and I know he's kind of busted, and my win rate reflects that right now. It's actually crazy, but
He's
he's
lesser
really
than he was
fun. I
before.
love the mobility. He's what?
He's less broken than he was before, for sure.
Oh, yeah. But he's I don't know. I like the mobility, especially as a cast main. Like
Yep.
it's so nice to just be able to immediately rotate or just I don't know, just yeah, I don't know. The
Yeah.
mobility is awesome. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Can't
I've
believe it.
been
A
having a
Hitscan
lot of
main
fun
is
with him. But
tasting the dive blood for the first time. It's nice to rotate, isn't it?
yeah, it sure is.
Well, congrats on the Grandmaster, mate. I mean, honestly, for me, the question was always watching you, live coaching you. It was really, can you reflect that? Can you interpret that? Can you bring that into your own rank games without me being there? Because watching you play is like you were very clearly low GM skill wise. Like you were just really dominating every match that you were in. Every time we live coach. So for me, it was like, are we able to maintain that level of intensity on your own? And I guess the answer is yes, because here we are. So congrats on that. That was really good.
Thank you.
Hope the spacing side of things worked okay. Just being very proactive with how you're pushing space, because I felt like whenever I was there to remind you, you did a great job with it. So hopefully that you've been able to interpret some of that at least into your own play without me.
Yeah, absolutely. I've and one of my questions for you is actually, do you have like any recommendations besides coaching and watching people better than me, or for just learning? Because a lot of my learning has been, I would say, probably intuitive. It hasn't been
Yeah.
super cerebral, because it wasn't until really I started with you that I was like, okay, I actually want to learn
Yeah.
like in depth about this game. So like I would have never begun to describe like high level strategic concepts like
Yep.
a year ago. So
Yep.
I'm still kind of new to that way of thinking.
Sure. So you have, I think, like the way that I like to put it is you want to study just above your competence level, which for most people is why self-review is so valuable, because for you've understood the value of lateral space. You've understood the value of corners and off angles and kind of using your kit to help fight for those off angles with Cassidy, right? So then the way to improve your knowledge and your understanding is to then pull up the replay codes, the maps where you struggled, like this Runasapi right here, which we'll look at, and you review it yourself. Take 10, 15 minutes tops. Okay. Doesn't even need to be every fight, maybe just a couple of problematic points, and figure out what went wrong, if anything. I like this was good, but nope, I should have taken this angle instead. I was clearly inexperienced with this angle. Okay, that angle should have worked, but I went without hinder, and so I got caught with my pants down by Genji, but that should have worked. Okay, the angle was really good. I just missed every single shot. You're at a point in time now to where like that's really your next level of understanding is you can watch high level play and get ideas, and that's great, but like you need to find out like where are you lacking, where are you missing, what can you do, and you can really, you are more than competent enough to analyze your own VODs at this point. So you just need to go and do that, and we can actually practice that today if you'd like.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. That's mostly what I would say. I think like you can absolutely watch higher level Cassidy VODs, but to be frank, Cassidy is such a simple, not an easy, but such a simple character that really all you need to be thinking about is, am I using my cooldowns wisely? Is my mechanics decent? And what angles am I taking? Right. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend anything more than that, to be honest. Okay. Any other questions?
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So I, and related to reviewing myself, I had taken a look at this game, this Runasapi game, and I decided, and I don't usually, but I decided to spectate myself in third person just for the macro. Is
Ooh.
that something that you would
I love it.
recommend?
Sure.
Or do you think that, okay, I was wondering if that would introduce like too much hindsight bias since you can see a lot more around you and be like, oh, well, because.
Yeah. So you always judge it off of the information that you should have had at the time.
Okay.
So I just reviewed this Lucio here, right? And there's a couple moments in this Lucio game right here, for example, I'll actually showcase, where we get flanked by a diva. Okay, so this is a Masters level, Masters 2 game.
Yep.
And this Lucio should have known the diva's here. We could clearly see her, we could also hear her. So if I'm reviewing this third person, I'm not hindsight coaching myself by saying, come on, jackass, the diva's here. You should have known that, right? However, what I'm not hindsight coaching myself on is knowing that the Kiriko teleported at this point in time. Because the Kiriko teleported as I'm already panicking and trying to disengage, right? So if for whatever reason, if it was important for me to know that the Kiriko was here, then I'm not going to worry about it because there's no possible way that I could have known that. Or the status of Suzu, or the status of Shield Bash, or how many packs Brig has, or whether Cass is Hender. It's not knowledge that we can know at that point in time, so don't worry about it. But I do like third-person reviews because I think it can kind of demonstrate kind of like the space control that you're holding, and it also can be a little bit faster. So if you just want to look at only your off angles and just your off angles, then third person is like the fastest way to do it. Make sense?
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Any other questions?
Nope.
Okay.
For now.
We looking at a little bit of Ashe today as well?
Yeah, as long as we have time.
We should.
It was the same day on the same account, playing a little Ashe. And as I said, I was a little rusty because I haven't played her in a couple months. But
that's all right. Sorry.
I do think my baseline has shifted upwards at least.
All right, let's do the third person thing, super fast. Just positioning only, just to start. And okay, with the information that you have, you hear Reaper, you hear Diva, you see Wuyang, you see pretty much everybody in the enemy team at this point in time, right? So what do you think about your positioning now?
I think it's okay. I'm just trying to control, especially this right. I like to control this right side by Mega. I think that's probably
agreed.
One of Cass's best angles to control over here.
You could deepen, but you could get isolated here pretty quickly, right? So you don't really need to. Yeah. I mean, it's perfect, right? I mean, that's just a situation where in no world should you die here. And I think the reason why you die here is this. So I would have preferred you to be just married to the corner a little bit more instead of pushing beyond. So I will also say that it is a little bit ridiculous that your supports took that long to peel you. So partly on them, partly on you. That was a long dive from the Diva that we probably should have lived. Okay, so a little bit over push on the corner, but I agree with you. I think your initial angle was decent. Let's keep going.
It was unfortunate because I was watching that, and as soon as I went back, my Ana had also pushed forward. It was just really bad timing.
It is a little bit of bad luck as well. Don't worry for you. So don't worry about it. Okay.
So normally against a more ground team and less dive, I would probably be trying to poke inside building a little bit more, but with Diva and Genji, I'm so scared to go in there. So this is what I was talking about with playing a little bit out of my comfort zone based on the enemy comp and the map, because that's just too close and too isolated from my supports for me to feel comfortable going for that. So is this, even though it's basically main, is this appropriate?
Well, that's the problem, is you've not solved the problem quite yet. You've addressed what you cannot do, but you've not addressed the solution. So the problem is that you're basically main, okay, well then can you at least get a sightline?
Yeah, well, definitely not from where I am.
Where? Fix it.
Where they are.
Fix it.
I mean, it would just basically have to be probably next to Diva, but behind
you
her.
you got to be here. You got to be.
Yeah,
you got to be. So this is your only option. There is no other option outside of hiding and doing a really silly late flank like here, right? That's your only option. So this is you're scared to do it because there's still risk here, but the alternative is no reward at all.
Right.
So if there isn't an optimal position, then take the okay one and do it confidently and play it perfectly. The reason why the previous one didn't work is because your supports failed and you over-pushed cover a little bit. And even then, it was still a fine position to play. Don't worry about it. If you play here and your supports play halfway decent and you play slightly better, you'll win, or you'll create an opportunity for your team to win the fight. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You can't go in here. You need to hold here, and you need to poke, and you just don't.
Okay.
But yeah, absolutely. And so this just gives the enemy team way too much time. And so now we're kind of in a train wreck here.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Again, I kind of wish I was probably at this point playing more closely to Ana and opening up the angle a little bit. Probably behind that blue tarp thing.
You nailed it. You nailed it.
That. Okay.
Yep, you got it. You got to go, though. Like, you got to go now. Because we need to be here to mark this, and we need more pressure on main, or from here as well. We need to go. You see you're getting surrounded, right? Like, it's like we haven't really committed to a lane. And it's due to... I really think that early death really ruined you. Because it was partially, like I said, a mistake from you and your supports, and now you're too scared to take a much good of an angle, and it's just a huge problem.
Okay.
I don't mind this noon. Creates a bit of space. The problem is that we just have not had enough mid-fight pressure whatsoever. So I'm assuming we're probably going to lose this. Oh, wait, what? Oh, well, maybe. It's a bit of an int. If we can push that back, maybe. Thoughts?
I watched the D.Va fly up, so I knew she was up there. I knew she was going to engage on me, but I really wanted to prevent anybody else from pushing, and I knew both supports were behind me, so I was okay with holding this position right here.
What are you doing from this position right now?
Well, not a whole lot, I guess, with their cover.
Yeah, it's not just the cover, it's the distance, right?
Yeah.
You need to find that sweet spot. Your fall-off is horrendous here, so there's no point even looking here.
Okay.
So you can check to make sure they don't fall, but then you need to go and fight for this. That's the hybridization of like what D.Va is, Cassidy is as a hit scan. It's like where he doesn't have the pressure here. He needs to poke this out. We need to take the engagement here. So we take the engagement there, we live the engagement there, we force the resources, and now we have an open lane. You see that? That's kind of what I'm talking about, right? So like that's kind of like, and so now, yeah, we can poke back on this lane here. This is okay. Because we have a split push on the left, but yeah. This is fine.
Okay.
You just need to commit and be patient. We've just had too many dry neutrals where nothing has happened. It's not really a major problem here. It's criminal that we guys haven't picked anybody. Yeah, this is just a... partly we could probably also see some mechanical stuff from him as well, but like I think it's mostly been a couple of fights you've had responsibility. This fight has been relatively fine from you, ignoring, let's say, maybe some mechanical stuff. Your team just fumbled it badly, so... Okay. This is a classic example of you had a bad fight, then your team had a bad fight, and then you had a really bad couple of fights, and now you're actually playing well and your team is playing badly. So, Merry Christmas. We love it. Okay. Thoughts?
I think I probably should have pushed top right here.
Yeah, just to be safe. Just to be safe. Yeah, just to be safe. You don't know if they're backing up or not. If they're standing their ground, you need to be here instead. That also gives you a level of objectivity to this kind of crap, right? Like to where now you don't have a sight line on it as well. So this is probably because you assumed they were going to back off, but never assume. I don't see anything on our screen now that tells me that the enemy team is quitting. They're 5v5, right? Worst case scenario, they're re-engaging, so you need an angle here. Maybe it was the intention to kind of finish off the Genji there, but once he's out, he is out. You need to retake that angle immediately.
Yep.
Even here, even this is not an optimal angle, would have been better than where you are right now.
Yep.
It's good disengage. I mean, your beat is way too late, but it's fine. You force the D.Va to make a choice, right, which is what we want. She can't have her cake and eat it too. That's an earned death from you. Nice job. And she's going to die for that. Okay. And that means that we should stabilize here and be able to repush. we are not hitting a single shot. Holy
I
crap.
got a great sleep.
Holy crap, there's just no way. Okay. Mm-hmm. What do you think? What did you know?
I see my diva up. I know where their diva is, engaging on theirs. So I don't think I knew the Reaper was right there.
Doesn't matter though, right? Because that's a duel
Right.
you can take if you're good enough, right? It's not great, but it's
Right.
doable, right? So what do you think?
Yeah. I like my idea because I know the distance that diva has, and I know that I don't have sight on anything else. So I'm coming over here to.
No, we
just
said
look.
no good, but okay. So there's no good, so we take the okay. You take the information from the diva that you have and from the backline and probably Genji as well, and you're like, okay, well, this is free. Yep. Good stuff. So I'm predicting good stuff. And there it is, right? Now you kind of misplay your rollout.
Yeah. I always
So
see
you
me
kinda
roll
clunky-
just this.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
I
rolled
just-
into the door frame, right? But it's an expensive. Like you could have killed Juno there. You almost did. You've created a massive isolation. Your Brigitte fills the gap. That's space. That creates opportunity, and then somebody dies for it, right? Good job. Yeah, nice job. And then now that you know Diva's in there, this angle is being contested. So actually, this is an angle now because we have pressure on the right side from your Brigitte. This is good.
So you went. I was wondering about that. I was like, should I have just stayed and helped my Brig? She's just fighting the diva like that because she's just there the entire time. and-
You should have, yes, because you already knew that she didn't have resources anymore. So absolutely, you should have. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But then kind of sneak, like kind of peeking out here, like sneaking it out with your silver bullet is also fine.
Okay.
So it's all right.
All right.
Probably would have been optimal there to play with your Brigitte, just more consistent, but it's really not that big of a deal.
All right.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, this is what we needed from you on the last time we were here, basically. Taking the scouting that you have, making the best position option that you can choose, and creating an opportunity for your team. It's really what you did first fight if you just done it better, right, with the diva.
Yeah.
Like, you have the resources to take an angle and live longer than most DPS, and so you just need to keep leveraging that. Okay. Yep. Good stuff. Good job.
Thanks.
Keeping it simple, obviously, because at this point in time. This is a very clearly high noon angle from you, thinking about baiting people in. I actually think it's fine. It's not a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a problem. It's a bit weird. Whereas without noon, where would you be thinking?
Probably in. Well, it depends on where the diva is, but normally I would like to go inside room and poke out.
Sniff
front
around,
door.
right? Sniff around, yeah. Especially with the Brig help. Yep, absolutely. So it's a weird angle. Your Brig is kind of mispositioned. You should be playing with your Surge more now, but it's a solution for the meantime. That sucks.
Yeah.
Did you get baited to pull early or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that would have been really nice, because these guys want to do something right now with the Juno, and you just completely shut that down. So actually, I think this is a really weird off angle, but it's a very calculated one, and I don't mind it at all. It's just unfortunate the one reason that we wanted to pick it just doesn't work. Okay. Yes. Good. You can even anticipate the diva pushing you, so you'd shallow your angle, but keep it. Yeah, this is fine. And then you have your Hinder, and you see your Brigitte's help, and so you cross. Yeah, very nice. I mean, I don't know. Like, this is really good, mate. This is Grandmaster stuff, you know?
Thank you.
Very nice. Very fluid. It's not easy to make this character look as fluid as you are. We had a really bad start. I wouldn't say we had a really bad start, but we were unable to solve the difficult problems. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
But we have done a much better job of that here, and it's showing. We're building a lot of momentum off of this. This is a little silly with where the card is, but we get out. Okay. Let's see what you do. It's not bad. You definitely have a bit of an off angle on the side here. I would be very attentive to where these people are moving and filling the gap. You have other options, though. What are those options, depending on the circumstances?
I usually do one of two things, and depending, I would either go far right, look for flank on right side, through that
It's
doorway.
very situational. Need information before you do that here, obviously, which is why you're not doing it. Okay. What else?
And the other thing I would normally do is roughly the same thing. I would just try to control their high ground and look down.
Yeah.
From there, but
this is more consistent. This is way more consistent. And to be honest with you, you probably should be here right now. Now you would sit here, but it's it's much easier to immediately deepen depending on what you see, if that makes sense. Yeah. So what you do is you just do exactly what you're doing right now, but very passive, very passive. Poke, 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 prod. See Diva fly out, and then start doing this.
Yep.
You see it? Whereas right now, there's nowhere really to deepen without running down main. You obviously can't go in here. There's nowhere really to go. So you've not found a good position, and so you've chosen death. You've chosen the worst option. Instead of trying to make the best of a bad angle, you've just not chosen an angle at all. And now you're dead. Should be dead. Will be dead. Almost certainly will be dead. I mean, we have a bit of an angle here now. They've overpushed. But we've basically done nothing for a long time, so... that is insane. Insane. They overpushed, but you can see how horrendous this felt for us here. Like, just absolutely terrible. With any sort of objectivity here, even just from the way that this fight devolved from this position would have felt better. So lesson learned, if the angle feels bad, you're going to have to take some very calculated risks, and oftentimes even just your presence on the angle alone is enough to force a response, even if you don't necessarily intend to get a pick. You just make them think about it, you know? Make the Diva sweat. Make the Reaper sweat. Make them use resources after you.
Yeah. Would you have recommended taking that time to rotate? Like, I feel like if I had done so, I would just would have thrown. Okay.
No. Yeah. You had the time, though. I mean, what are you doing right now, you know? Like, you know where this fight's going to happen. It's going to happen here. I mean, even here, you were overextended, I felt like, very clearly. Like, if you kind of go to this billboard here, like, we should just have been sitting here and listening.
Okay.
Because half the time, they'll do this, right? And you're just going to get gifted a free pick, right? Other half the time, they'll rotate all the way over here, which means you can deepen for free. But, yeah, this is pointless. Take the space when you have the time, right? So, good shots, good stuff. This rotation's pretty decent. It's definitely an all or nothing. You will get killed here if your team makes a mistake, but it's not terrible. Sure. Just need to be cleaner in that transition. I think it's because you didn't have roll.
Yeah, I just got it up, but this was also...
Yeah, it didn't get it in
that
time.
That icicle teleported like 5 meters.
Yeah, I understand. And we can actually see it, I think, here. Let's see if we can...
I was not happy about this death. I was like, come on.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, yeah, this is kind of what I was saying about, like, you have to all or nothing pretty much in this angle because your rotation options are basically back this way, which is probably going to be better than crossing in the open there. So maybe that's my feedback there is if you choose a lane, don't cross in the open. Just commit. Commit to living or dying here. Roll faster if you need the transition or just back up. Alternatively, choose the angle where you have more rotational options.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't a bad death. It was kind of expensive, I guess. Like, that Diva probably should get DMAC for that. She does. So, yeah. See what we do from here. Okay. What is going on here? Too hesitant. You've heard the Genji clearly here. You should have had that information. That's a good gap for you to close. You're acting as if he's here, you know, and he's very clearly not based off of your audio cues, you know? So this angle's okay, and then you want to rotate away to here, but then you just stop. Like, either commit to here or commit to here, you know? You got to go. So we're getting caught in transition here where we're not really contesting either lane. And it feels really bad. And see, now he's been taking that lane for free, and ironically, that's when you decide to push it, right? Just because it's like, it's fine. It's better than standing in the back, but it's definitely your moment of weakness there, you know? So, yeah, I mean, this is fine. Just, you got damage boosted headshot, so I mean, just needed to get there sooner, mark the Genji off, and then disengage. Okay. Thoughts?
I like it with Noon, especially.
Agreed.
That's just why.
Even
I
without
came up
Noon,
there,
Silver
and
Bullet is so freaking open that it's a good thing.
then-
Diva, Genji, what do you think?
definitely with Diva being where she is.
Yeah.
I'll take the Genji fight.
There's
for
no
sure.
angle for you here, right? Like, there's no angle. You can't go here. You can't really play
Yeah.
here. You have to flank.
Yep.
So here, it's like, but at the same time, you have to flank, but, you know, like, Merry Christmas, you know? I mean, I would have probably just stuck with the Juno. I don't know why you rotated back. Like, just sit here and hide, and then re-peek that with Silver Bullet. She just can't burst you. She just can't. If you hit one shot in her with Silver Bullet, she's dead. It's over. Literally over. Not even a headshot, just a body shot. She's dead. So this is a mistake from you in how you behaved after that, but obviously, like, you made a really good read in the moment. Thoughts?
I think this is just a problem of positioning. Like, if my
Mm-hmm.
staging had been better, then I would definitely not be in the situation that I was, where I felt forced to pop Noon to live,
Yep.
and just
Yep.
yeah. So I should have just been probably window again here,
Yep.
or looking down on them,
Like here?
or no, I was thought up there.
I mean, you're gonna die here, but yeah, you would have, at least it would have been worth something, right? Like,
Yeah.
your brig maybe comes with you and you live, but you took left and then realized that I don't know if I like left, and then went main. Like, you have, sorry, but you have to do this, or you have to commit here or something. You have to make this side work. Alternatively, this would have absolutely been the play here, and then rotation through here. But you just bailed. You took left, bailed, and then went in main, and now you're dead, right? You're screwed.
Yep.
Like, you're screwed. I really do think that the Diva discouraged you from flanking here, but that's kind of my point. You have to commit to your lane. It's the same mistake that happened literally in this exact same spot when you were here and you tried to roll across, right? Now, in that situation, at least you were trying to cross to a different angle. This one, you just gave up.
Yep.
And so now you're screwed. Goodbye. Okay, wait. Wait a second. Dude, did your Diva just peel bomb you? Well, if it works. It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's a good job. Do we see our famous push reverse sweep? Looks like we might. It's the most reverse sweepable game mode in the game. In the reverse mode in the game. Sorry.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yep. The OT spawns really, really punishing with the way the game mode works. Again, it's like a weird angle from you. I don't hate it, though. It's just the nature of this point is really awkward, so you're very clearly intentionally taking this space, so I don't mind it. Again, forcing deep dives from Diva, both you and your Soj. Just commit here, commit. Whatever you do, commit. Sure. We've got pressure on right. This is fine. We're good. Brigitte holds space with Rally. That's really good. Nade hits Brigitte. That's really good. You're going to push top left. That's really good. And then we're going to deepen left. No, we're just going to chase kills. That's honestly fine. I mean, that's just like you ran it down, but you thought you could get him. You just didn't. So that's fine.
Yep.
And so then now we go back and play honest Overwatch. And this is the hybrid, right? You could do stuff like that as long as it's not a tank.
Right.
Merry Christmas. If you have distance, you can noon this. Good pull. I think you should be good. Yeah, good job. Good job. Some really good moments for me there. Really good moments. Just moments where the angles don't feel super good and you kind of lose faith in it. Just take the best position that you can. But yeah, I hope it was pretty clear. I think you're pretty good there with the with like kind of diagnosing where you needed to be, and so I hope that like you kind of get a taste of what you should be looking for.
Definitely, yeah. And I think, like, I've played Runesapi probably quite a lot. I mean, especially in Masters, people tend to go for push a lot.
Yeah.
Vote for push. So Runesapi is a pretty familiar map.
Yeah.
But I think definitely most of my positioning problems do come from, I think I said this last time, just unfamiliarity with the map and not playing, not experimenting enough. Like, it's like I know they exist, but I just usually don't go to that position for whatever reason. So I just don't know the value that position holds. And I think the couple examples from this game have been instances of that where I don't usually go over there. So
Agreed. Agreed.
But
Yep.
that's definitely good to know.
Okay, we can Ashe if you'd like.
Absolutely.
We didn't talk about Ashe at all, have we? Is this brand new? I can't remember.
Well, we haven't the past couple times. I mean, we.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right. Was it our first session?
Our
Yeah, it was our
first-
first session. Or was it our first session? We had one with. No, it was our second session, I think.
Yep. Yeah. First
Yeah, it
was
was.
Cass, and
Yeah,
then-
yeah. Because you were the replay review, right? Right. And I thought you were Australian because your sleep schedule is so screwed. I remember. Okay. Yeah, you were in Kings Row, right? And the Dynamite. Okay, yeah. I remember. Okay.
Yeah, I went on an Ashe kick for like 2 or 3 months, and then.
Yeah. She's actually pretty decent right now. She's actually better than Cass in a lot of situations. So yeah, like she's quite good.
She doesn't feel as good as Freya, though, and I don't play Freya.
Well, it's a feeling. It's a feeling, right? It's just the fluidity of the character and how bad it feels to get two-tapped. But statistically here, I guarantee you she's going to have a 2% or 3% higher win rate in Freya. Let's actually look here. I'll even do it in Masters just to be sure. Yeah, she's got the 5th highest win rate of all DPS in Masters, 51.7. And she's actually a whopping 3% higher than Freya in Masters.
Okay. Wow.
And then Grandmaster, she's the 4th highest win rate instead of 5th. And her win rate is 5% higher than Freya.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah. The things about Ashe is sometimes she feels a little clunky. But she does really well with the Dynamite perk. And Bob is the most consistent ultimate in the game. So...
Yep.
Yeah, it's really quite good. Freya's ult is super inconsistent, so okay. Any questions with Ashe? We've done this before, so I don't want to beat a dead horse, but
I don't think so. As I had mentioned, I know I'm a little bit sloppy a bit with macro a couple times, and there was one Bob in particular we'll see a little bit later that I was like really confused on whether it was good or not, but we'll get to that.
Okay, we'll take a look. Yeah, I'd like to kind of bleed some of the self-coaching in here as well. Like I will obviously, give you my 2 cents, but we've done some stuff with Ashe before, so I'm going to be asking a lot of what do you think,
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, it's the only angle you can take. You could definitely go top here, but I don't mind that angle at all. I will say one of the things that we can talk about, like macro-wise with Ashe, is more so than Cassidy. With Cassidy, we're like, do you take that angle without roll? Do you take that angle without hinder?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
With Ashe, it's even more important. I think Coach Gun, Dynamite, especially Bob, really transition Ashe into a bruiser in more ways than one. So this angle here is fine because you have your Coach Gun. But like, for example, if you didn't have Coach Gun here, you would be inting. So you'd want to kind of position here and wait, and then take it more aggressively when you have Coach. If that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
You'll get more value out of the angle as well because you'll have Dynamite on a deep lane. So the crucial thing with Ashe is like to take an angle first and then decide what you want to do with your cooldowns once you've done that.
Okay.
Nice. No real feedback here. But again, a situation where it's like, yeah, sure, why not? You've got Coach Gun. Who cares? Okay. No complaints. Good. Might as well. Just be annoying, might as well.
It's such a strong position for.
It is. And
hold.
it is, and it's one of those things where it's like the solo Dynamite. It just has so much value, right? It's just so annoying, right? It's like just taking the lane, forcing the bubble, forcing Mercy Pocket. You've just been a nuisance this entire time. Like you've never really let the enemy team relax, and that's just kind of put them on the back foot permanently. Hold this angle here. Yeah. Yeah. Just a bad transition. That's it. So this is also a moment as well where it's like you need to be basically thinking I need to be in a position where I can actually Coach Gun to permanence, right? Because even without the Freya follow-up here, if Winston doesn't scuff this, you're kind of in trouble. Right? Like he very easily could have followed you there. So I just think a cleaner rotation from you here would have been fine. However, I want to highlight that this is still a fine play. Because if your Mercy didn't have like, cornmeal for brains, you would be fine here. I have no idea why she left you. This is just like actively pocketing someone who's already been left by the Venture and is 2/3 HP is just a question. But yeah, this is fine. It's more nitpicky to criticize that. That's fine.
So on that though, because my intention was to bait the monkey, monkey dive. I was expecting it.
Yep.
Would it just be a matter of not going quite as far, or alternatively coaching to height?
Well, the coaching the height, committing deeper is definitely the play. It's committing to your angle, but the problem is that if you do that, you're guaranteed going to die.
Yeah.
Now, you might die expensively, which is good, right? But you're going to die. So I would look at this as a situation of like, okay, I think I can live here because I should be getting healing, so that's fine. That's the better option. But if you're ever on an angle and you're like, oh no, I got caught with my pants down, just go deeper. Go deeper. Make it inconvenient, right? So in hindsight, you should have gone deeper into the spawn, but in hindsight, you thought you had mercy healing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So why would you ever think that you're going to die there? You're just going to coach to cover, get pocket, and you also weren't expecting Frey to 2-tap you either. So that's mostly it, right?
Okay.
The biggest thing that I'd say is it's less the monkey and more the transition in the open to disengage. That was the problem.
Okay, yeah.
If you've been able to coach gun quickly from, like, let's say this position here, immediately to cover, then we're cooking.
Okay, yep.
But yeah, more nitpicky than anything else, really. You need to open the angle up. I don't know why you're going back in here. It feels like you got punished once by Frey and just you lost all your momentum, right? It's like you lost your momentum because you got jumped by Winston and then got 2-tapped completely in the open. This angle's fine. Yeah. Trust the angle, right? Now, you do have dynamite here, but you're just stacking with your team. It just doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, this is fine. Like, that was a good try. That dynamite felt like it should have landed, but I don't see why that would be your initial choice. Okay. Okay, this is also just an incredibly uncomfortable section of the map, so. Good. Good. I wouldn't mind bobbing this, to be honest. Like, just in that situation here, just to make sure that they don't stabilize or stagger, it's totally fine to bob while you're down one. And mostly because the map is so freaking bad for you. Like, it's so bad right now. You're only up 1, or I guess you're up 2 now. But, like, this area is really, really, really bad, right? So it's okay to bob just for space. Like, probably now you're good because you're up 2, but, like, let's say that you take this angle and they hard push and then they just bob. Just do not let them take this position away.
Okay.
Angle's good.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty clean fight from you, all things considered. Nice. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Like, you see Winston, but this is really important that this hits on Venture or somebody. You detonated that one way too soon, and I want to highlight that you're not using the perk. You have the perk here.
Yeah, that's true.
You toss the dynamite here, you should be shooting this Winston and detonating the timing, because you're basically what's happening is you're getting the timing wrong because you're using the dynamite and then you're shooting it before you want to, when you could be doing this and detonating the dynamite. Like right here, dynamite and Venture is super valuable, right? So just chill with it. Chill with it. Okay. You should bob this. You should bob this. Yes.
Okay, that's exactly what I was wondering. I was like,
you got it.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So I was like, I did not want to give up that space.
Correct. That's what Bob's all for, right? Either a crossfire or helping you to keep the crossfire. Do not give up this position. It's the only way you lose. And look what happens. Winston clears you. Probably could have killed you. Winston backs off. Mercy backs off. Venture loses the space. Venture dies to Bob. Mercy dies to Bob. You guys maintain the momentum. Absolutely. Use it. Perfect, Bob.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. It's looking clean, mate. This is good stuff. Just the dynamite stuff was good. That one sucks. The thing is, it's like, look at the situation, right? If they're gonna touch, it's going to be soon. There's no reason for you to fish for dynamite value before the fight starts when you know that you're gonna want a dynamite for this. Like right now, I want you confidently holding this lane, zero fear, right now. And then dynamite Kiriko or dynamite to hold this lane. You see what I'm saying? Don't fish.
Yeah.
Don't fish.
Okay.
You'll get it. And crucially, you do not want to be here. You should have committed to that flank. Just in case, right? Just in case. If they touch, you're cooking here. It's okay.
Okay.
Nice. More perk value there. That's good stuff. Very easy to take that trade because you instantly force Translocator. Hitsu, and she's dead. Horrific dynamite. You're annoying me with these dynamites because the idea is fine, but you could just wait a second, right? Like if you're low, it's okay, just not dynamite for a second. Get healing and then walk forward and then go pop, 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 dynamite here, right? It's okay, just relax. The idea is there, but things are getting sloppier with it as things are moving along.
Yep.
Like even if you had not used your dynamite there, this would have been a fine angle forward even. Again, just so rushed, right? Relax. Maybe this situation here, you were like, I didn't realize that Winston was jumping me, but it honestly feels like you pretty clearly dynamited after you'd already realized that you were under pressure, right? Yeah. Just relax, you know? Get the coach gun, shoot the Winston down. Maybe you don't even get the dynamite at all. At least there you don't get landed on. Okay. I love this honest retake. This is what I call an honest retake. Just to make sure. Prevents shenanigans, you know?
Yeah, just being safe, you mean?
It does, yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Good dynamite. Yep. Just peek, you're fine. You know, like just walk like you have. Just even dynamite here is fine, right? Like just take a position and use the cooldown, right? Like we're fishing across the map when we don't need to. You know what I'm saying? Like this angle's really good. Ashe, we had dynamite there, right? Easy peasy. Good. Definitely use the dynamite there just to min-max.
Okay.
Because you could just toss it and then continue shooting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do we full cap? We do, okay. Little messy towards the end, but really strong start. Really strong start. Any questions so far?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, let's keep going. Angle's good. Yeah. Go back. Where should this dynamite be?
I just heard Sombra.
All right,
so.
You've committed to this lane. I don't know why you're here, but you have committed to this lane. Alternatively, go back to the space that you wanted, and then use your dynamite here. You see it?
Yeah.
You just need to choose a lane and use the cooldown on it. It's kind of what we said at the start, right? Choose your lane, let your cooldowns decide from that. Like, you can't hold this lane necessarily without Coach Gun or a dynamite. But now, because if you wasted your dynamite on a Winston that you missed, first off, you don't have enough pressure to stop these guys from pushing you out. And so I want you to hold here, but this gets really spooky, right? This gets real spooky. Nice shots.
I think part of the reason I'm playing so conservatively is because if you notice, my Mercy has been in spawn this entire fight. So I'm like, we're down one. She just didn't move.
But if you play conservatively, you have to hold a lane. So instead of going from backing here to here, back from here to here, right? Yep. Instead, right? Okay. So open your, like, this is a much better place to catch safely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how you use dynamite there. The only nitpick I have mechanically is the timing. Whereas I would prefer the dynamite to come out now, right? Either you hit the shot and then dynamite from behind a corner, or you use the dynamite early because it's a projectile into the headshot. So if your goal here is to hit the headshot because that's harder to line up, then you need to actually focus on hitting the headshot instead of panicking immediately. You see it? So you can really lock in mechanically here, or just chuck the dynamite first. Your choice. See, like, I like how you're positioned now because you're giving a space, but you are holding this lane, if that makes sense. So if you grab this mini, if you'd grab the mini, you probably wouldn't have fine, but like it's at least holding space. But yeah, your Mercy DC, she's back, we're fine. Okay. Sure, this is your angle, you want it, you go for it. Sure. Yep. I like you waiting for Translocator. You know, you hear her first, and then you take your action accordingly. That's really good. This is fine. You guys are very much on the back foot, partly due to ults as well, but this is okay. Okay. Not what you meant to do, but that's okay. Okay, that's huge. That means this angle's free. Good. Good job. Good adjustment here, right? Very good adjustment. You got a little lucky with the Sombra kill, but you just commit, right? If the Sombra doesn't die, guess what? You're fighting Sombra now, right? Like it's not great, but it works, you know. So now I just need to live. Yep. Good job. Good job. There it is. There's that perk value. We've been waiting for that one. Beautiful. Nice job. Good job. You and your ball clutched it. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very good. Very attentive to the risks there. That's really good. This is fine. I wouldn't be like too concerned if you and your DPS are on the same angle. Like it's okay. If you like this position, it's honestly not too shabby. But I mean, this is. Okay. I guess we found a different sightline, but it's not a problem. Yep, this is good. Just live. Good. Good. Good perk value. We love it. Nice job. Shouldn't need Bob. Yes. Perfect, Bob.
Yeah,
Shouldn't need Bob, but it was a bad nano, and that's a lose con that you can't afford to disrespect, right? Like you can't go, oh, we shouldn't need it. Like you are only 4, and they just popped us a portal, and so what you do is you go, okay, well then. I might die here, but this backline's going to be cooked, right? I'm going to isolate this guy. And so the Bob is really perfect.
Okay. So that was another case where
good.
I thought, well,
no,
maybe
use it.
because just
freaking
my
losable, right?
Really
use
bad.
it. Well, your angle is bad. Why was your angle bad?
I got forced out by Monkey.
You got forced out, right? Now here, you probably should have been a little bit more cautious with how you retook space. Like really, maybe we shouldn't have dropped there, right? Maybe instead we should have deepened our angle instead of holding space. So you definitely made a mistake with dropping here. That shouldn't have happened. I think you got a little greedy. You're like, oh, we've won this fight, so I can be fine. So that's the main mistake here. But your response here is the only way that you can lose is if you don't apply pressure on an angle elsewhere. This Bob was used to help hold an angle. This Bob was to give you an angle.
Right.
You understand? So like you didn't have an off angle. So this team can walk forward. Now they can't. And so this Bob probably should die. I mean, look at this. What a disaster for them, right? What a disaster, right? Yeah, beautifully done. And then now we could take that downtime to retake space. I would be sneaky here if I were you. Just be very quiet. So I don't mind that dynamite there, but just be careful. I probably would have preferred you to complete the rotation first and then go from here. But this is fine. This is kind of what I was talking about in terms of like completing the rotation first.
Yep.
Because if the intention was to go here, how much value does your dynamite get from this angle as opposed to this angle instead?
Pretty much the same.
Even
well, more because
right? More, right?
Yeah.
Because your chances of a kill is, right? So now you can do your dynamite combo, you can kill the perk, and she's freaking dead. It's over. She's done, right?
Yep.
So that's the problem here is you took an aggressive angle, but you'd used your resources on the way there, so you didn't get the offensive reward. Alternatively, what could you have done instead? Well, just stay here. Or rotate to high ground and go for something here instead. So the problem is that you went for a very greedy angle without your punching power. That's the problem. Is this greedy? Yes. Should your supports have helped you? Yes. But we should have had the kill threat here, and we didn't have it. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem.
Yeah.
And I think there's also part... You're also assuming you're getting pocket and you're not, so...
Yeah.
Could tell you...
And by, would you say by throwing that dynamite early and then continuing to deepen the rotation, it just not only is it, not effective at getting the kill potential, but it also just kind of screws me because now they have an idea of where I am, where I'm going. I don't have dynamite to defend myself.
This was the vaccine, basically.
Yeah.
You said, hey, this sucks, body. Better watch out. And then you gave them the real punch in the face, but they were ready for it. Instead, you should have just given them tuberculosis, you know what I'm saying, from here, Like we're talking like strep throat, or I guess they don't really have a vaccine. But like, yeah, just like this should have been, there should have been no vaccine, right? If you should have, or you commit and you make it a vaccine that lays them up for 3 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Like give them don't give them a warning, right?
Right.
Either commit to the lower risk, lower reward angle, or don't give them any sort of heads up before you go.
Right.
Like right now, it's important that you don't use dynamite, because if you had this in lane for free, you wouldn't want to first off give yourself away, and second off, you would want to have the dynamite for this. So then when you go, okay, I can't really contest that space, I'm going to kind of position here. I don't know what the plan is here. Then all of a sudden, you're in a position where you're free to just do whatever. What happened? Did he DC? Oh, no. Okay. But yeah, now you need to go. Now you need to go. Because you have, this is what I was talking about, like your brawler idea, right? Your close coach, you have dynamite, and with this perk, you are better than Freya at this range.
Yep.
So you're being really scared here, and you should be respectful, but you're being too scared.
Okay.
But you do have the right idea. You do have the right idea. Absolutely retake that space. And so even though your ball dies, you get space as a result. And so now, if you can defend yourself and contest this space, even just to force the Winston dive, we should be okay. Ah, it sucks. That's not quite... almost there. You almost had him.
Yeah.
Again, just relax with the dynamite. Like, okay, this is one of those angles. Okay, let's put it this way. You were dead. Probably.
Yep.
So who can you take somebody with you? Right? You're cooked. Like, this is the same thing with Cass, right? Like, where you've essentially given yourself no options with your rotation. Not your fault. Your ball overextends. You miss your coach gun. And to be honest, your team is being a little far. Like, I don't know why they're so far back. But what could you do here if you have dynamite?
I mean, I can just either hold the space, try to trade with Freya.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Anna's playing in bubble, so I have no shot there. Or I just hold it and rotate on flank. And
yeah, just rat,
and,
you know?
Yeah.
Bait it and get a pocket, drop into here, see what happens, rotate around, see if anybody over pushes. Maybe with a little bit of mercy pocket, we can trade Winston's HP. It's just like you would think about, like, if in this situation as Cassidy, what would you do, right? Would you throw your Hinder on the Winston bubble? No, you'd sit there and you'd be like, come on, I'm going to die. All right, I'm going to make it ugly, right? Same thing with dynamite. Same thing.
Okay. Okay.
So, like, this is the right play. I just wish you had dynamite for this play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. And a lot of the problems that I'm seeing are, like, when you're using these dynamites, it's very rushed and there's no real reward. Like, if that dynamite had definitely hit the Freya, maybe I'm okay with that. Maybe, right? But it didn't. You just missed it.
Yep.
Like, that one misses, but the intention's there and you miss because of Kiriko TP. So I can live with that. You know? I would still prefer you to coach gun to high ground and then go for your dynamite, right? Because then again, it's we don't vaccine this, right? We're vaccinating again. Where it's like, maybe you weren't thinking about it in the moment, but yeah. At least we have the rotation, right? Like, you made the best of a bad situation, so. Alrighty. Because this is the problem. Like, they have no space right now. So their backline is MIA, and so you're going to die here, but in theory, if your supports can actually support you, then we can actually retake this space. And the answer is no. What is going on here? Oh, your Mercy was dead. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, to be honest, that's unfortunate. Okay. I do encourage you to think about that position first with the dynamite thing, right? Relax.
Yeah. Yeah, that was something you've mentioned before, and I haven't quite ingrained that yet.
Yeah, it's okay. It's good. Just, we're dead, but it's fine. It was a good try. Don't you freaking dare. I knew it. I mean, I don't hate it. I understand. There's a sense of urgency to get value here. I understand, but...
What I'm trying to do there, and I should probably take the time to learn the exact spot I need to aim, but I'm trying to hit the top of that so it bounces down and hits card.
Yeah, I understand. I get the vision, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, just airball.
It's close. It's close. It's just more the principle, right? Like, whenever you can. Yeah. I'm not going to criticize this one, though, because there is a sense of urgency, which I understand. Good, just need to steal Mega and you're fine. Yep. You would have died, but it would have been an honorable death. Okay. Mm-hmm. Good. Very good timing. You are now a brawl character. Don't be scared to walk forward here to your next corner. To here, even to here. You have Bob.
Right. Yep.
Right? So if your team doesn't fight on your stakes, on your position, you might need to adjust. But yeah, this is honestly not too shabby because they have been turning your corner, but I guess I'm trying to explain an awkward situation for you, right? If this does happen, this is probably your best bet. Now, optimally, you hope your team fights this cross because that's really where you can cook, right?
Yeah.
You can even do a bob. Like, you could, if you're feeling silly, you could even sit here with dynamite, and you can walk to here with dynamite, and then you can just use your bob to defend this angle and hope your mercy follows, because this is really good space for your Wuyong and ball. But even this is fine. We'll have our dynamite for when it counts. Oh yeah, relax, relax. Because honestly, you could just say screw rotations. Where could you play instead?
I mean, I can play far back, top left.
Yeah, you could just pop yourself here, right? Pop yourself here, hold the lane here, and just be like, all right, I'm going to die here. I'm not going to rotate out. I'm dynamiting or bobbing to hold this lane. I dare you guys to walk on me, you know? It's good shots, but the dynamites are criminal. And also, it feels like your indecision with this angle because you don't know how to play it is really hurting you here. This is much better. I know it's awkward, but it's much better. Because we're actually controlling space. Yes. You do it. Yes. Good job. There it is. Your bobs are really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, really, really good. Very well planned out. And you see what I was saying, right? Like, you just free. It's over. It's done. You're getting your hands dirty, but it works. Especially with that dynamite perk. It works. Especially with Bob. It works, you know? It's like the inverse of Cassidy, where the brawler becomes the sniper becomes the brawler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good job. Poor dynamite. You need to hold that dynamite so that you can actually do this effectively, but Reaper bails you out. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is actually really good for you guys. Just hold it. Don't rush your dynamite. Son of a gun. I mean, you hit it, but she just walks. She's in spawn, you know? Just let them come out, and then you can do this comfortably, right?
Right.
But this is okay still. You should probably still be fine. Nice. Good job. It's just so bad for them to cross this. More people need to do this. You're probably not going to see this in most ranks, but it's actually such a nice little spot for you to be.
Would you still recommend doing that if they were still on Winston? Because I believe I was so much more confident.
You can.
They went Orisa.
You can. Yeah, you can. Yeah. It just means that if they're on Winston, there's so much more punish for your mistakes, but also so much more punish for his mistakes. Nice job. Cheeky, but yeah, good. It's a fine dynamite because at least we hit it, but spicy. Now don't you dare freaking rush this dynamite. Ah, you son of a gun! You rushed the peak.
Yeah.
Wait, wait, what? We're taking the brawler thing a little literally here. Okay, wait, what do we got here? Well, I mean, I guess. Maybe you're just dead. Wait, she. Oh no. Oh no. She impede air. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't really matter. Good dynamite. Good shots. Unfortunate. Okay, let's see what you do in the attack here. All right. Can we cap it? I'm on the edge of my seat.
We're down one.
Son of a gun. Mercy DC'd again. But also, you gotta quit with these dynamites. You gotta stop. Like, you're like, oh, well, you have a free rotation, right? Like, the dynamite early to open up the rotation's fine, but you could just walk to here and go to here and then decide what you want to do from there, you know? It's not a terrible dynamite, but just put a little bit more thought into it.
Okay.
This angle's good from you. It's fine. But like, this feels more earned because you don't have a better angle to do anything here. So you're going to use this dynamite as a tool to help clear the space, right? There's nothing else better you could do with it right now. So that's okay. I'm surprised you didn't keep contesting that lane, but honestly, this is a fine alternative. So it's good. You guys are doing a really good job taking space here. That's fine. To be honest, you just had no idea she was there, and neither did I. Because the last we saw her that she was here, she translocates back, and then she does a really, really clever thing and actually flips. But the good news is that you have your dynamite. And so she's going to die for that. So earned death. Nice job.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah. And a 1-for-1 generally favors you here because a 3v4, while like mathematically is not as good, it does mean that there's a lot more space for you to do stuff, right? So I like look at you could possibly clutch a 1v2, but it depends on the situation. Actually, I don't know. I guess it depends. I'm trying to be too esoteric with this. I actually have no idea. Okay. I don't like this. Just do the same angle. This sucks. You know what I'm saying? Just do the same angle. I really like the way that you approached it last time. Start it here, get a little bit of cleave, wait for them to back up, and then take the height. That just seems like by far the easiest rotation here. This feels like you're going to either shoot a Sigma Shield and die to Sombra, or come up here and Coach Gun in her face. Sucks. Ugh. Terrible.
Kind of feels like Ashe, you kind of want to position very similarly to Cass, with the exception of you take advantage of verticality.
Yeah, yeah,
correct?
it is. I mean, you have slightly longer range,
Yeah.
you know, for sure, but absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
You're like a situational brawler, you know?
Yeah.
Like right now, you probably need to run from the Sombra for sure, but you just had such a bad start here, like such a useless start. Like,
Yeah.
you guys could have won this. Son of a gun. Relax. You need this if you're going to walk in here, you know? You need to walk in here, but you need it, right? It's just frustrating. And then now you need to be ready for Sombra. She's on you. Yeah. I'm going to lose it.
Sorry.
You just can't do anything without it. Like, don't guess with Dynamite. Move, then use it decisively because you know what you know. Like right now, if you really want to, Coach Gun up, Dynamite, whatever, or just do the exact same rotation that you did here instead. Because this freaking sucks. This is not an angle at all. You're just screwed. Did she actually just full DC and not come back? That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's such a bummer. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it seems like we got some work to do. At least this particular game, Dynamites were not super great for you, and I think the main thing is that there's a sense of urgency when you don't really have full scouting and you don't even necessarily know where you're gonna go.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's the key thing for me. Is like Dynamite's such a flexible tool. You at least need to know where you're gonna go before you pop it. You know, and then once we kind of make that decision, then we know what we're gonna do. Beyond that, bobs are good, mechanics are good. I like how we're using our combos or unscoping the scope, so no real criticisms for that. Positioning has looked mostly fine. Like I said, just decide on your angles a little bit sooner, and I think the only criticisms I have positionally were in some of the more awkward spots, which we could poke and prod and figure out what we do from there. So, okay. Any questions?
No, I think we covered everything I had.
All right, mate. Always a pleasure. Congrats on the Grandmaster.